Hi, thank you for watching Big Into China. I'm Dong Xiong. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. According to Wall Street Journal's report, China's top economic agency recently called on local governments to find more work for rural laborers, such as widening roads and digging canals, even if the task could more efficiently be done by machines. In January, a directive released by China's National Development and Reform Commission said if it's possible to use human labor, do not use machines and mobilize local residents to do the jobs. The guidelines reflect Beijing's concerns that migrant laborers are running out of opportunities as China's economy evolves. In China, migrant workers numbers nearly 300 million. They used to be able to find employment easily on construction sites or in factories. Many jobs have disappeared. However, as China's economy becomes more service-oriented with more need for baristas or bank employees. Although China has opened up as zero-COVID controls are lifted, but a continuing property market slump and a weak global demand for Chinese exports means that the migrant workers aren't expected to benefit much. Dan Wang is the chief economist at Hang Seng Bank China. She said, employment pressure among low-skilled workers is going to be a prominent problem this year. By her estimate, as many as 3 million low-skilled workers are stranded in the countryside as the number of jobs in the cities has dwindled. Accurately measuring employment conditions in rural China is challenging, economists say, because migrant workers are, for the most part, left out of the country's headline unemployment survey. China's unemployment survey only focuses on urban areas. The urban surveyed unemployment rate edged down to 5.5% in December, though youth unemployment in cities remains high at 16.7%. But Beijing has signaled growing concern about opportunities for rural workers. Last November, 5 government agencies, including the NDRC and the Ministry of Finance, called for more measures to help construction, manufacturing, and service companies absorb migrant laborers going through tough times, and banned companies from imposing age limits when hiring workers. The Work as Relief program dates back to 1984. It is one of Beijing's tools for poverty alleviation and mopping up underused rural labor during periods of economic stress. Past participants have performed tasks such as planting trees, with priorities determined by local governments and the rules set by Beijing. While details of the program's budget aren't publicized, in 2021 and the first half of 2022, Beijing spent nearly 14 billion yuan, equivalent to $2 billion, to provide jobs for more than 300,000 low-earning workers in rural areas. The numbers are based on an article published by state media last August. The program's guidelines hadn't been updated since 2014 until the NDRC published its new directive in January, urging local officials to redouble their efforts, saying the old rules no longer fit new situations, new requirements, and new demand. Analysts believe the latest Work as Relief guidelines essentially amount to an official prediction that the manufacturing sectors will face a severe downturn this year. Those receiving government relief funds will participate in small to mid-sized infrastructure projects near their hometowns, such as widening roads, and in some cases go through technical training, the guidelines said. In Liaocheng, a city in northeastern Shandong province, residents can earn up to 300 yuan a day, equivalent to $44, by operating cranes and doing welding jobs, according to a People's Daily article. In Sichuan Province and Nanchong County, a local resident earned as much as 200 yuan a day on a road construction detail and learned how to use cement blenders, it reported. Officials are urged to encourage honest work and resist using labor-saving machinery. When possible, the directive said, even though Beijing has been promoting automation across the economy to make China more efficient. The idea of paying people to do work that the machines might be able to do irritated some Chinese social media users, and they criticized the directive as its contents become more widely known this month. Why don't we go straight back to primitive society when you need oxen and horses and tons of human labor? Wrote one user on Weibo. Another sarcastically likened the initiative to using spoons instead of shovels to dig. Others questioned whether many projects were necessary at a time when China has already built much of the infrastructure it needs. The program only adds to waste in the economy, another user wrote. In response to public questions on the program, the NDIC says its purpose is to direct more residents to participate in construction projects and to pay as many workers as possible without sacrificing quality of the project and workers' safety. Some researchers are skeptical about how effective the program will be. Scott Rosell is a senior fellow at Stanford University who specializes in China's rural economy and is in the process of conducting a survey across more than 700 villages. He said preliminary findings suggest there is substantial rural employment in China. He said that while work as relief was welcomed by local workers in previous decades, times have changed. As the economy becomes more service-oriented, rural workers may have less appetite for physically demanding jobs. China's shrinking population highlights the need for the country to build a more efficient and robust workforce, but it won't be an easy task. Indeed, work as relief is by design not focused on improving efficiency. It is simply a form of relief. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.